Hello, everyone. Give me a second to set things up here. All right. Well, everyone, welcome to MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, the Shadow of Karinsky. So, this has been a very long awaited update for this game, which has been partially made possible by the success of the MechWarrior 5 clans, because they were able to pretty much cross platform all the assets. So, starting in the year 3049, has been a long journey for Jake Mason and his mercenary command, shaping the fortunes of some of the most famous factions in the Inner Sphere, helping form the Free Russellhog Republic, fighting alongside the DC mess during the War of 3039, and foiling assassination attempts during the Solaris Games. The year is now 3049, a bitter feud between two pirate factions led by Henrik Grimnar III's Oberon Confederation and Red Jack Ryan's Greater Valkyriate threatened to erupt into war and spill across the Corban periphery. If left unchecked, this bloody rivalry threatens to undo the period of recovery the region enjoyed following the violence and bloodshed of the Ronin War. While the Federated Commonwealth can afford to have the AFFC garrison its borders with the core pirate kingdoms, the Free Rasselhag Republic's smaller Kungsarmee is forced to hire numerous mercenary commands to reinforce its core order. After concluding a contract on New Hope, Mason is contacted by a former client looking to safeguard the Republic from the pirate threat across its periphery borders. Yes. Well, this promises to be a fairly interesting one. Mainly consisting of my starting lineup, you may have noticed an Atlas 7RS, an Awesome 9M, a Banshee 3S, Highlander B, Mauler 2P, Nightstar 9J, Victor 9B, Zeus 5S, Marauder 5D, K2 Catapult, one of my favorite variants, an RCX Rifleman. Oof, da. That is a nasty work. B2 Jiggermech, and my lightest fella, a Little Enforcer. Probably I made friends with someone in House Davian there. But oh my, oh my, oh my. All my these things are, this is a very heavy lance with very capable machines, all tricked out with high end gear, and this is my starting loadout. I don't, well, I know I'm not going to be fighting against just pirates here. So, I'll just start a full new career for this. Yeah, I'll let the opening cinema play just because it's cool. I like it. We got cool audio, cool music for this game. Coffee. Coffee's definitely one of those things that you kind of get, to some extent, you get what you pay for. Yeah. What I need is a self-heating coffee cup, you know? Something that keeps the coffee at the right temperature for hours. Let's see, what should we call this new mercenary company? By the way, I don't have any running right now. There is a plethora of mods available. A lot of them are really good for this game. So. Dun, 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 dun. We'll go with this just because it did mention that we were fun with the DCMS, and because they do not like mercenaries for various reasons, they didn't hire mercenaries. They hired private security forces. One little way to work around that. Alright, let me see my first off. Alright, so we have the big guy, the Atlas. AC-10, large lasers. Oh, double heat sinks. That is nice. Dog, you better keep that butt closed. I'm trying to work here. Hot loaded. This is a new thing here. Hot. I might want to try this early out just so I see what it's like. SRM4, always fun. Okay. What do I got in my inventory? Nothing special. Nothing special. Equipment. No, nothing. Let's see what's for sale. Fire support awesome. Mostly intact. Ooh. Fully Warhammer. Always nice. King Crab, also surprisingly in one piece. Although it tucked in like that looks really dumb. Let's see, anything worth... ooh, binary laser. It's a tier 0, but, you know. So the binary laser was an attempt to, kind of an intermediate attempt to get more power out of the large lasers by basically having 2 large lasers fire one solid beam. So it generates a buttload of heat by these. Never know when you might need a big mech sword. Ooh, I don't know about that, but yeah, so anyway, it generates not too bad of a shot, although heat and weight wise, it cannot compare to what we will soon see, the new ER large lasers coming out. But yes, it not a great weapon. PPCX. So I haven't actually played the Solaris DLC yet, so I'm not familiar with this. Oh, is this like a PPC shotgun? Yoink. Missiles, okay. Da, da, da. Ooh, I'll take both these. Never know when ECM will come in handy. Oh yeah, you want to blow through a couple million easy, just scroll through here. Let me pick up that AMS. At tier 0, it's not a very good one, but we'll see. Yes, no, we're all familiar with that. Okay, so here we have our pilots here. So new thing coming out, skills and traits. So Lieutenant Major. Well, that is a name for you right there. Let's see. Doesn't appear that anyone here has traits, so I meant to look at the pilot hire. Okay, so we have a mecha affinity. Okay. Ooh, that'll definitely add up with certain weapons. That's although she only has a max of 7 in ballistics, so not all that great. Especially because she has to have a ballistic weapon. Okay. Oh, this is a fun one. So first off, where am I? I am in Merrick space. Okay, well. Let's see here. Hero Mech on market. Well, let's pop over to here first. And deal with the rather slow transition screen. I am going to have to change the colors on this. Although, maybe it's kind of nice. Oh, King Crab affinity, but once again he only has a 3 ballistics, and the King Crab's like a good ballistic mech, so. Oh, hates House Liao. I mean, that's pretty normal for pretty much everyone. Always stop by to take a look at stuff. So this game has an upgrade feature where you can buy things even if the stuff looks like tier 0, so it's worthless. You can purchase more instances and basically take parts and combine them. So it's definitely the law of diminishing returns here. Let's see. Let me try and remember where that stuff actually was. Or maybe that was a mod that I had. Oh well. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Yeah, no, I'm not going to worry about that. But one thing I do want to do is stop by the canteen and look for jobs. Now this is 1,000,000 C-bills, and I get tier 4 machine guns. Not great, not terrible, but... SRN, man, Let's hop over here, see what's going on. Abandoned Terran worlds discovered. Occupied. Okay, what do we got? Hero Dervish. Okay. What? Well over my price point, but that is a nice one. Hap Madman Carlsberg's reputation as a con man and fool haven't served him well. A constant string of elaborate but brainless schemes have given him an unenviable familiarity with the inside of a jail cell. His turbulent behavior eventually saw him cashiered out of the 33rd Avalon Hussars. Turning mercenary, he quickly found a rather fitting new home among the flamboyant Greenberg's Godzillas, where his ridiculous hats and swords aren't so out of place. Okay, he's a con man, but he has hats and swords, so I'm like, is he here? Dang it! I kind of wanted to hire that guy. Yes, I know. I don't think I could combine them like I could in a previous game that I had, or I can't remember how to. But that's probably a mod I'm going to load up here before too long. And I'm going to want to have all of my laser firing ducks in an order. But anyway, as obviously, what? Virtual World Center. Oh yeah, there's Solaris. MechWarrior Academies. Now let's travel here. This seems like it might be a good place to get my feet dipped back in. Oh hey, I found West Point. Because I don't have any light mechs. I think I'll take the awesome out, but oh yeah, I am going to have to do some paint play first. Alright, we'll go with this for right now. Quick, easy, and I don't think you guys want to watch me stick around playing. Let's bring the Mauler. I don't want to use the Highlander just yet. What's your stuff? Okay. Yeah, you could take the Mauler. You could take the Night Star. Real quick look at my weapon groups. Here we go. Tie my small pulse to my streaks just because it did not look like a lance I needed to bring a full assault run for. Two Phoenix Knock, 2 Jinners, and a Javelin. Well, that was a little overkill there. But you know what? I'm going to kind of need a Phoenix Hawk at some point, so. Alright, so I got 11 shares. You've taken your first step into the world of unsanctioned and arena combat. It's a world filled with adrenaline, danger, and a thrill of victory. Even the most legendary mech warriors like Grey Norton begin with their first win. Each battle is a test of skill, strategy, and nerve, pushing you to your limits as you fight against more formidable opponents with each new match. As a little token of their gratitude for making such a memorable debut, the Arena Sponsor Network has sent an incentive to keep getting better. It's a recognition of your talent and potential in this game. This reward serves as both validation and motivation to continue honing your skill and climbing the ranks of the competitive circuit. Your journey has only just begun, and the road ahead promises more challenges, but also more rewards if you're able to meet them. Keep it up. Okay, great. Oh yeah, you gotta repair all your mechs here. So, if I had realized how small that fight would have been, I would have probably brought stuff like Jaeger mech and riflemen and whatnot. But hey, no structure damage, no problems. Alright. So Let's see where I'm at here. Oh, hey, West Point. Well, I'm going to take a quick break here and pour myself some more coffee. And then we'll play around with some of the new stuff. Alright, I am back once again. With both coffee and violence. Let's start, let's hop down here to Virtual World Center. Listen, because I have no idea what this thing is. Every academy offers different tiers of programs that you may enroll healthy pilots into, providing rewards upon program completion. Well, that's a bug there for the devs. Page 1 and 2 are exactly the same. Alright then. Each program is rated based on the rewards it offers upon completion. Long-term and higher prestige programs typically offer better rewards. Every completed program rewards pilot XP. Longer-term programs also have a chance of increasing level caps and gaining new pilot traits based on star rating. In addition to upfront enrollment fees, longer-term programs also require quarterly upkeep. If needed, pilots can be pulled out of a program early through the operations screen. Rewards are reduced based on time remaining left in the program. If the academy is destroyed while a pilot is intending, all enrolled pilots are forced to drop out. Destroyed? Oh, I kind of see there. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go with this guy here. And see what happens. Alright, so. Three months remaining to accept the contract. Alright, I got some time. But I might want to start making my way in that direction. Okay. All right. Well, it looks like we got a lot of high difficulty stuff here. Let's pop over to this world. Ooh, AC-20. Greetings, Merc. We've got a delicate situation on our hands. We could use the services of an outsider. Our quarrel isn't with a rival house or militant insurrection. Instead, we're having issues with a mining collective known as the Obsidian Harvest Corporation. Years ago, Obsidian pensioned the protectionist Minister of Trade to provide the company with a parliament-backed exclusive mining contract on the world of Amity in some of the harsh deserts along the planet's equatorial line. What everyone thought was a modest rare mineral patch turned out to be one of the richest veins of rare earth minerals on Amity. Their sounds like they kind of knew what they were doing before they found that, officially. Their negotiated contract with the League was set at a fixed rate at fair market value, but the quality of the ore extracted from this site has drawn the attention of the Lyran Commonwealth. We've come to learn that Lyran traders offered Obsidian 3 times the market value to buy out Obsidian's full supply in clear violation of their contract with Parliament. Unfortunately, Obsidian's greed got the best of them. Not only have they be selling, are we pirates now? Not only have they be selling a majority of their haul to the Commonwealth, but they've been poorly attempting to hide their dealings with them from Parliament. This stands to be particularly embarrassing for the Minister of Trade, given his political affiliation as a protectionist, since the protectionists pride themselves as nationalists who heavily oppose international trade of any kind with antagonistic states like the Lyran Commonwealth. If news were to get out of this debacle, it stands to seriously hurt the protectionist agenda in Parliament. Alright, that's kind of hurt my... we have a plan to deal with Obsidian's flagrant disregard for their contract, but we do not wish to draw media attention as to why we are taking these actions. We want to do this quietly without the press getting involved, which is what we are hoping a mercenary of your reputation can assist us with. We need you to blind a number of Obsidian-owned communication arrays under the guise of a planetary raid. Make it look good and blind him to our true intentions to punish these traitors. Alright, we'll take that job there. Real quick. Do I want to try the Mauler? Nah, I'll stick with my awesome. But do a quick adjustment. It's easier for me to hit keys, some of these other keys, than hit key 3, so. Pay me more. Oh yeah, we are way overturned. Fortunately, let's see here. Let's take the Night Star. Replace it with the Rifleman. The Banshee. The Jaegermech. Oh, this is going to be interesting. No, that does not get me quite underweight enough. I guess I'll go with the Enforcer. The lightest of the group, but, you know. Go check on that Enforcer's weapon groups. Pair of UX5s never hurt anyone that I didn't like. That I like, so. So I guess we'll go down this route. Oh. Free stuff. I like free stuff. Just realized I probably could have brought the Marauder if I had swapped this thing out with like the Jaegermech. Oh well. This will either win me a lot of money or bite me in the ass. One of the two. To those who aren't really familiar with the games but have seen me play the clans, you'll probably notice I'm traveling substantially slower. Well, that's because Inner Sphere mechs, on large, tend to be much, much slower. So. Yep, ultra autocannons, weapon of choice for taking out aircraft. Oh, hey, more free stuff. Nice. I mean, yes, but also, if you get a through armor crit into your ammo bays, that technically is the literal definition of having too much ammunition. Alright. So we'll take a right up here. I think I'd probably do about 65 or so. Oh, getting a little hairy there. Yeah. Check this facility out real quick, see if there's anything salvage-wise. I was wondering where that AC fire was coming from. Nice thing is, felt like we sucked in some of the patrolling units there. So out of sensor range, and I'm not going to try and jump. I could jump down there, but most of my lance can't follow me, so. Which is a minor problem. Keep forgetting I have that thing. So go down that canyon there, go up, hit the next objective, then I'll have 2. Something over here. These little buildings often hide people trying to kill me. And stuff. You know, I'm like, okay, more ammo, great. But, you know, considering how fast Ultra 5s go through ammo, I am not going to complain. I forgot how much I hate the turret spam in this game. You always have these little outposts with turrets that kind of keep you on your toes a bit. That can be kind of annoying. Because it's like, if you don't... There we go. If you don't spot it quick, you get shot at. Check down here, see if there's something there. Looks like a little bit of a shortcut, but... Yeah, I have a nice above average torso twist. A little bit. Anything interesting over here? Don't see anything. Of course, dark as all hell. Now that is how you put down a centurion. Alright, so for this next objective, let's approach from the north here. They'll never see me coming. Unless, of course, they're blind to a series of about 250 tons of war machine. Or they're right there. Can't just mag dump all the time, after all. Gotta space out them shots some. Ow. Starting to run a little low on the ammunition there. Crud. Well, this build is a bit ammo hungry, but we managed to pull that off there. For 3 E-million C-bills, I'll take that one. Let's see, anything really tasty? I'll take that Griffin. Well, I need later mechs. So. Dun, dun, dun. Tier 3 medium laser, not bad. Mm-hmm. Nice expanded sensor range, which would be useful if I had a good scout mech, but oh, cool. I have most of a Griffin now. Due to some unforeseen circumstances, however, we'll need to extend your contract, though that will, of course, mean more pay for yourself. Obsidian Mining's board of directors is doing whatever they can to save themselves, and they're willing to drag us down with them. The board has threatened to publicly release documents showing that protectionist members of Parliament personally brokered the Obsidian mining contract. Lovely, you folks. It would be a disaster if this got it's out, as the government would be accused of directly funding a mining company that is providing materials to its rivals. They've even contracted out a local mercenary battalion by the name of Homer's Hooligans to protect their board and the company's interests. Obsidian Harvest wants us to back off in exchange for them staying quiet. But let this be clear. The League will not be blackmailed by some 2-bit mining corporation that got lucky with a single dig site. We've activated the Merrick Militia stationed on Amity to help resolve this matter. We want you to link up with their Merrick Militia and destroy all Obsidian-backed security forces that are protecting their board of directors. Alright. Okay, so I got a lot more tonnage to play with now. Not, quite get the not quite age of full assault lance, but let's see. I can afford to get a few things patched up. Nice thing you can do when you have one of those very damaged mechs like that, but that you don't want to devote the time or resources to fully repairing them. You just go in and repair little bits and pieces here. So, yeah, we'll see. Get this thing mostly up and running. Unfortunately, I won't have... Oh, wait. Okay, status in transit. Nice, nice. I don't know what exactly they got from this, but cool. Oh, maybe that. Might be worth it now to actually look into getting some of these specialized pilots with good skills, throw them in these training halls, and then figure out from there. Yeah, I'll stick with 21 salvage because that'll give me stuff I could sell at least. All right, all right. Almost, almost. I'll leave him in the catapult. I could probably up-ton one of these other mechs, but you know what? Let's actually, yeah. How about you go in with the Banshee? I kind of like this loadout. Well, that's that artillery knocked out. Ooh, that was a bit of a firefight there. Ooh, let's grab that wolfhound. That'll be useful. No, that's not the raven I want. It doesn't look like there's... Ooh, double heatsink. I want that. I want that. And that's the AC-20 arm. No. This is a tragic day for free enterprise. The Obsidian Harvest Corporation, a well-respected resource extraction company, has been all but destroyed by a marauding mercenary band. This is a somber day for every star system that rests loyal under a proud flag of House Merrick. Your payment has been delivered alongside your non-disclosure agreement. Alright. Let's see how much longer I have to accept this. 45 days. Cool. Let me just... hop on over here. Start getting everything repaired. Oh, I could have used this one last. Alright. Okay, so Griffin is... Nope. Let me go ahead and fix that arm up. Awesome. Definitely needs some repair work. That's the lovely thing about this mech. It is so durable. You barely got scratched up. That hurts. Not gonna lie, that hurts. Banshee certainly carried its weight in that fight. Wolfhound, a neat new design that has propped up in the last few years in the Inner Sphere. Lyran of Lyran make. It is a counter to the Curitan Panther. So mounts a variety of laser weapons. Probably not as many heat sinks as it really should, but interestingly enough, it also uniquely mounts. Oh, I have so many tier 3s, I'm just gonna. Toss these in there. Yes. So, rather uniquely for mechs in this time period, it also mounts. No, don't want to do that one. That one. An escape pod in the head, rather than just an ejection seat that will punch out the pilot, and hopefully the world where they are in the atmosphere isn't too unfriendly. Which, a lot of these worlds it really can be. The entire cockpit area ejects, carrying the pilot to relative safety. So, also giving you minor defense against some accidental machine gun fire, lasers, angry birds, angrier Earth bugs that eat angry birds. The galaxy's a very varied place. All right, I'll take another quick break here. Maybe Stalker, that might be useful. But anyway, I'll be right back. Alright, and I am back. Let me check out this stalker here. Ooh, 8 million C-bills. Do I want to... Well, I guess we know what happened to the pilot of this Battle Master here. He got a little toast out. Oh, and hi, Kala. How are you doing today? But yes, this is definitely something I am going to want to pick up. It's got a lot of electronic warfare systems that definitely are useful. Oh, cool, thank you. Always good to know. Let's see. I do not need those machine guns. Can I cram that binary laser in there? 9 tons. Let's see. Okay, so I got 2 tons to try and worry about here. Or I could go with a lighter large pulse laser. But you know what? Or there's that PPCX. I just don't have a really good one of those. So what I'm going to do here, throw in some double heat sinks. These will really help my cooling up. Oh yeah, that's right, these gotta go in the torsos. Not entirely ideal. But yeah, this gives me the weight I need to use that binary laser. And lets me actually run a bit cooler. So notice just a bit cooler, which this thing, because it's like, oh hey, you wanted not to sweat this mission? Fire me once. I dare you. Okay, let's go ahead and swap out those medium lasers of tier 3s. And we're going to have to hose out the pilot there, the former owner of this mech. Don't worry, he won't miss it. Oh, it smells kind of like angry toast in here. Alright, now let's go ahead and accept this mission before it runs out. Because a full month might sound like a long, decent amount of time, but considering it takes like 2 to 3 weeks to travel between systems. Yeah. I'm doing pretty good. Callum, this has been, I've been waiting for this DLC to come out. So, for those of you joining us here, this is the Shadow of Kerensky DLC from MechWarrior 5. So this is one of the major times 10 plot points that happens in the whole Battletech universe. So, I was thrilled to learn that Magnuson extended you a contract offer, and I was even more excited to hear that you accepted it. Having witnessed your outfit's capabilities firsthand during the Ronin Wars, I'm confident you'll help us cut these pirates at the knees. The long-standing feud between Red Jack Ryan and Hendrik Grimm III dates back to 3017, when Ryan, commanding a battalion of Oberon Guards loaned to the Lyran Commonwealth by Grimm, brutally quelled a civil uprising on Fianna. The situation escalated when Ryan seized a Starleague-era storehouse of chemical weapons, threatening to use them unless granted a jump ship for his escape. Yeah, this guy sounds like an asshole. Despite the government acquiescing, the storehouse was destroyed, leading to the poisoning of half the planet's population, while Ryan and his forces vanished unscathed. Yeah, they're going to pay me a lot of money to kill this guy now. In the aftermath, the Free Worlds League and the Oberon Confederation couldn't let Ryan's actions go unchecked. After fleeing to Butthole, and declare he's the king of the butts. Declaring himself king, Ryan's reign of terror drew the ire of Grimm, who was further enraged by Ryan's affair with his daughter Ella. Wow, this guy's batting 1,000 here for pissing people off. Grimm has sought revenge ever since, including against a former Lieutenant Maria Morgraine, who broke at the same time as Ryan and built her own pirate kingdom known as the Morgraine Valkyriate. Grimm's plot to turn the two against each other backfired spectacularly in 3028 during a raid on Lyron Depot in Toland. Instead of eliminating his rivals, Grimm's actions united Ryan and Morgaine, who then united to form the Greater Valkyriate. Now it's up to the Kung's army and the Merc outfits Magnuson has assembled to keep this conflict between these pirate kings from spiraling out of control. Good luck, Commander. Keep your eyes peeled when you hit the ground. You know these pirates only know how to fight dirty. What I'm wondering is, is that guy's daughter in the field too? Yeah, this game stutters horribly in these transition screens. It's done this since it came out like 6 years ago. And I mean, they're like, okay, well, we'll fix cool stuff. Ooh, a rare Crusader. Okay, so my Battle Master's not going to be ready quite yet. Nope. Mission briefing. Commander Mason, good to have you and your Cavaliers with us on this job. I'm not in the Cavaliers, but okay. I know Man's daughter gave you the rundown on Red Jack Ryan and Hendrik Grimm III. What a dropship fire of a situation. Yeah, that's a bit of an understatement. I guess we're the mop-up crew. Seems like pirate raids have been few and far between in recent years, especially since the FRR's forces have gotten healthy enough after Ronin Wars to station whole battalions of battle mechs along the borders. The pirate filth from the Oberon Confederation and the Greater Valkyriate haven't had the guts to pick any fights. Until now. We've got word that 2 separate forces are heading right for Alligate. Now the system lacks the gear to identify the forces or communicate with them at the system jump points. FRR techs have been able to hack into pirate channels, and they cut into a secure broadcast between Red Jack and Caleb, one of his many illegitimate kids off doing his bidding. Caleb's orders are to raid Alligate for any vital materials and get out of Dodge. They've been monitoring the jump point ever since, and that's when they visually confirmed more signatures maneuvering in their own formation. I can only speculate, but a solid bet is Grimm's been keeping tabs on Ryan's movements, and they're looking to beat them to the punch or beat them to the ground. Either way, it spells trouble. The Alleghi militia is also on board to give us a hand. An evacuation order was issued for the Stinsele AG Center and the nearby farmlands with a heavy civilian population where pirate signatures are present. I ordered their commanders to head out first and make sure there's no stragglers that the pirates can pick off or trample on. I also sent a group of mine along with another Alleghi militia regiment to the old Bolby spaceport to deal with the pirates that showed up in that area and keep their greasy hands off of it. It's up to us to hit the ground and intercept these pirates before they run amok. Let's go hunting. Salvage, salvage. I want all the fucking salvage. Yeah, no, I want. If this is. Yeah. Alright, so since I have the tonnage, let me bring some heavier stuff. Yes, I am in one of the lighter mechs. Let's see here. Switch out the pilots for someone who's been through some training. Can't get a clear shot. That's what I like. No damage except for 2 hour ammunition bill. Although these guys screaming about stuff is kind of troubling. Oh, the Hatchet Man. What the hell's one of them doing out here? Gotta slow down. I brought some heavy fucks. Turns out when your ass weighs 100 tons, you cannot move it, move it, move it. Oops. These guys got chewed up by something. Now, this has been a bit of a turkey shoot here. I don't think the rest of my lance has taken any fire yet. And they just scuffed up my paint a bit. These guys have gotten chewed up some, but, you know, they're the one footing the bill for this. Oh shit, I am chewed up. Oh shit, we're getting flanked. Oh no, 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 no. Oof. Oh no, the mechs aren't strapped in. Note, he would not have been able to climb up that slope. This is major G's. That doesn't sound good. As to why that warship let us go? Probably to let us send a message. You are all royally fucked. I've got a happy feeling. Oh, a happy feeling. There's some good stuff here. Kind of want that PPCX, but at the same, you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna go with this Vulture here, and then I can get the PPCX. Oof, that's gonna be a repair bill. I don't know who the hell these wolves are. How did they get their hands on lost tech? None of the forces I sent to the old Bulby made it back alive. I'm taking my forces to a transport flotilla so we can regroup. What's left of us. You need to make proper repairs ASAP, Commander. Our timeline is tight, so don't drag your feet and get them done. Yeah, that hurts. That hurts a lot. Oh, hi, Erica. How are you doing today? Let's go ahead and swap this thing out just because. Well, I'm almost out of double heat sinks, so I'm going to have to use singles. That almost gets me back to where I was. But my awesome is no longer awesome for several months. It's going to be Mauler, weak. Ooh, please tell me nothing got really messed up. Okay, cool. Just repairs. The Banshee is just armor broken up. Okay, cool, cool. Now let's see what one of these invaders has. Ooh, that looks nasty. That is almost assuredly what messed me up. Oh, all those. These things hurt. Oh no, I don't even have enough money to repair this thing. That sucks a bit. Well, let me at least fix a little bit of it. The feet, torsos. Yeah, no, I can't. I cannot afford to repair the middle bits. Okay, great. Good to know. Might need to start selling some stuff off here. And buying a few better binary lasers. Yeah. Oh, there's a Crusader, Grand Dragon. That would have been nice to have. Once again, cannot no longer afford anything. Might end up selling this guy at some point, but let's see what the next mission brings. Commander, I managed to lead the surviving scimitars to the transport flotilla, but we're still reeling from the chaos we just faced. The enemy made my best warriors look like rookies in a cockpit. If there are more of their kind out there, our chances of survival are grim. Our next move is to link up with the Kung's army and brief them on what we just encountered. They need to know what type of storm just hit. We need you with us at Odigo. We need to put our heads together and figure out how to respond against these monsters. Make sure you're on your repairs. There's no telling what we may be walking into when we reach the system. Stay safe. I'll see you on Rodrigo. Well, it's shiny now for the most part. Welcome to Rodrigo, Commander. Under normal circumstances, I would greet incoming mercenary outfits with a very rude welcome. I won't sugarcoat it, I have no affinity for your kind. The heinous acts committed by your money soldiers during the Ronin War are forever seared into my memory. But these are not ordinary times. Before your arrival, splinter units of Skinner scimitars and the Black Outlaws retreated here, armed with little more than wild tales about powerful metal aliens that have appeared out of nowhere, spreading like wildfire and consuming everything in their path. Before I could even begin to question these accounts, we detected unmarked inbound dropships. Next thing I knew, I was listening to a transmission from a warrior claiming to be from Clan Wolf, declaring their intent to take possession of the system. He issued a challenge, something he called a bachal, and demanded to know which forces we would send out to defend the city of New Starburg. I refused to reveal who would be defending the system, just as I will refuse to surrender Rodigo to these wolves. We must band together to repel these forces. It starts at New Starburg. We will defend the city and prevent them from planting their flag here at all costs. Salvage, salvage, I want all the salvage. Little bit of damage coverage. Nah. Ah, boy, I'm gonna need something. Alright, let's go ahead and get my mech painted first. Battlemaster, here we are. A little bit of sneeze in here. Oh, and the Alice would have been ready. Darn. And that was actually a little easier. Okay. Turns out having ECM helps. All right. Kind of want to snag their mechs, but also double heat sinks. So many lovely new toys. Ooh, the Night Star took some nasty hits. Please tell me I didn't lose anything important on that. We've spilled Clan Wolf blood on the ground. We've shown them that they're not invincible. Our scans show they're on the run. We need to press. We can't afford to let them regroup. In other news, we've gotten our hands on one of their machines. My salvage crew can't wrap their head around the design. Perhaps your tech can have a look. Maybe he'll have better luck. Ooh, clan stuff. Oh. Let me see how much time I got. Because I'm going to want to throw in some double heat sinks into. Because this thing definitely runs a little on the spicy side. God, look at that. That is a cool paint job, though. I'll say that. Yeah, we can't do much more than fix up what's already not super broke. Commander, we bloodied the nose of these wolves, but it's not good enough. Our scans show that these clanners are not just falling back. We have dealt them such a massive blow they are retreating. So much for their technological advantage. We need to run them down until we've wiped them all out and left them with nothing but wreckage and regret. Gear up. We need to hit the ground and wrangle them up before they can escape. They wanted Rodrigo. Now we're going to bury them here. Once again, give me all that salvage. Mission starts in 17 days. Cool beans. Oh, not the worst? Question mark. Losing that Gauss is not ideal. Neither is losing that pulse laser. I could actually afford to lose the counts a little more than I can. Oh, this thing has way too much ammo. But you know what? That's a later problem. So. Let's see. EW countermeasures. Disrupt mode range. Well, looks like it can equip a clan active probe. But what can I throw in here to make this thing more fun? Max out the armor a bit. Sorry, just playing around with stuff here. Okay. $14 days. Max out hit armor, and that gives me 70 days. Okay, cool. I can work with that. Alright, what is priority? So yeah, looks like I can't repair the whole Banshee. Which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Considering the fact that the last pilot of this Battlemaster got cremated. That does not sound fun. Mauler's taking some damage. Not ideal, but guy got stuck. It happens. The AI is not exactly robust. I don't like this. You know that feeling right, but you get right when the jaws of the trap are about halfway unlatched? Yeah, those little things are elementals. Fucking power armor. While much smaller, they do have the ability to jump on you where your weapons cannot really reach, and use lasers and claws to open up your cockpit and do very bad things to the pilot inside. So naturally, I And because they're so small, they're kind of hard to hit. Despite the fact that, and they take quite a bit more damage than regular infantry too. Fortunately, the arm that I had counted on you losing, you lost. So, no great loss there. I'm going to go in at full stride. I need to get out of here. My armor is mostly a memory at this point. Afraid so, fella. Afraid so. Let's see if I got any cool little toys. Mauler's leg is about to fall off. Banshee's arm did fall off, but then again, I didn't fix it from the last time. It was about to fall off, so. Oh, and the Atlas did Atlas things. Except for tank damage, but, you know. But yeah, okay. 800 damage. I'll take that. Oh, okay. I got some achievements there. There was nothing you could do, Commander. The area was overrun. Major Stalgard knew the deck was stacked against them and refused to leave the battlefield. And now none of them will live to fight another day. This will not tarnish our reputation. That's why we negotiate escape clauses. This threat is far too significant for us to handle on our own. Ever since we flew past that Clan Wolf warship, all I could think about is the star emblem plastered on it. We've seen that symbol before, on the side of the vault your father's coordinates led us to. The data cache we grabbed from that facility. It might contain something we missed. Something we didn't know we needed at the time. We need to find Sebastian Spears. Interstellar Expeditions has been studying that cache we gave them for years now. They must know something we do not. And the only way they will give us that information is with Spears' approval. I looked into it, and in my latest report I could pinpoint possible locations Spears might be on Last Frontier. I will attempt to establish contact with him. But before we chart a course for that system, we must make the necessary repairs. The stint on Rodito Ego has taken its toll. We will also give Fahad some time to take a closer look at that clan mech and make some progress. Let's get to work. Yeah. No, yeah, we definitely did some beatings, Calla. And, look at this thing. Look at it. It's glorious. And evil. And gloriously evil. Alright. Let me get some repairs going. First, dun, dun. Let's throw in another heatsink there, shall we? Because, yeah, this thing runs a little spicy. I don't know why they had the heat sink in there, and you know what? I don't care too much. Once again, Clantech. Clantech is extremely lovely. That tier 1 PPC there does more damage than a tier 4 PPC. Yeah, no, yeah, this thing is a piece of work. Blimey, Gov, I've had a chance to look over the salvaged machine. Their toys are cutting edge, mate. By the looks of it, you've all been taking knives to autocannon fights. These buggers aren't playing fair. It ain't just advanced weapons, but the very building materials and core systems of the mech itself. Doing my best to get up to speed, but I'm going to need more time. I'll keep plugging away until we reach the system. In the meantime, do me a favor and pray I can find you an advantage. I don't think I'll be able to glue you back together after another scrap with these bastards. Yep, there's my battle master. You're a big boy. And there's the Mad Cat. Ooh, let me get a good shot here. Yeah, this will work for some thumbnails later on. While this part of the screen of the game is fairly unuseful, it's cool to walk around and look at your mechs. Get a sense of how big these things actually are. Hell, I might just start stripping these things apart. Might be worth it to get some cool stuff. I could throw it on my mechs. And I think that's where I'm going to end it today, folks. I got a podcast, Kala, a Never Melt. There's Anime Coliseum. So Gonna hop over there, hop off, get a bite to eat, and hop over there and see you all later. I am definitely going to be streaming this game more this weekend, just because, hell yeah, mechs. But anyway, I will catch you all later. Peace out.